Most people try to change their health with tactics. My life changed when I shifted who I was being first. I think this is such a big deal because a lot of times people try to have the things without being somebody first.
Hmm.
Right? We had this conversation a lot of times. And I think what happens is that the body ultimately follows who you identify as the being part.
So the head makes that decisions and the body follows suit, is
Yeah,
what you're saying.
yeah, you got to think first before the body does what it has to do. Because if it's misaligned, that's when you get the mismatch of results you want.
That's pretty good.
No habits will stick if you don't do that.
That's true because who's in control, right?
You're in control. That's the one determining factor in everything when it comes to health and energy. When you think about chronic stress, brain fog, and low energy, a lot of times it comes from just the internal friction that you possess with yourself.
I'll break that down some more for people to understand because you have this internal struggle, but you don't even make that connection that it's affecting everything else because they don't look at the body as one.
Tell me more.
Well, it's like if you don't look at the body as one, you think, oh my goodness, you have something wrong with your elbow. Let me cut it off.
And you don't want that.
You don't want that.
You got to be in one with that thought, that process,
Right.
that result.
What is causing that? So you have to figure out what's causing that and adjust from there. And it could be something up here that you're thinking that's stressing your body out that's reflecting down here in your elbow.
Exactly. When you start to match your thoughts, your beliefs with what you want, that's when the clarity and the confidence breeds itself and comes into where you can live that life.
You will feel confident if you're not in pain or don't have that internal conflict. You live confidently.
Yeah, because a lot of times people, when they want health and energy, they try to hack their way through life. Oh, I got to try this thing. I got to try this supplement. I got to do this. But it's not congruent with who they are. So you become the person first, right? I think when we talk about the 5 habits, we can do little hacks, but that's not really long lasting.
Mm.
And I think about my life. And so I'm gonna break down the 5 things that changed me and changed my life when it comes to energy and health.
All right.
Right.
Because it affected you, so then it affected me and it affected our children in a positive way.
Yep,
And you could look
exactly.
at it from the physical body, but you could look at it also from not only physical, but emotional, or even just it affects all those around you.
I think the habit number 1 is being intentional with who are you choosing to be each and every single day because your identity sets the ceiling for every health decision.
So you want to be that person first.
Yes.
So if you want positivity, be that positive person.
What do positive people do and believe to have that positivity in their life?
They could think they can do everything, right? Not everything, but they think they can do it. And because they think they can do it, they actually go do it.
Yeah, so
Okay.
if you translate that to energy and health, like what do truly healthy people, not fit people, but healthy people do, energized people do when you become that person and identify as that? That's the anchor to get the nutrition, to do the routines, to have that presence.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the identity is, never mind.
It's like who you are, right? If you want to upgrade your results, you have to upgrade your identity because when you upgrade your identity, the things you do, the habits you create, they're not going to be forced.
So you
They're
want to be
natural.
healthy, you do the things to become healthy.
And how you become healthy? By identifying what healthy people do.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's kind of deep, but that's what you have to do. You have to set every single day and set that identity. That's who you want to be.
You want to be healthy. So I watch what healthy people do. I
Actually,
become healthy. Yeah.
exactly. Because the second thing is how do you shape that identity? Well, it's with words.
Okay.
Positive language. Exactly, because the language shifts the whole complete chemistry. So if you say, for instance, you speak calm words, I get a calming effect.
Mm-hmm.
If I talk angry words,
Mm-hmm.
I get an angry
The
effect.
effect.
Right? I get stress. You don't want stress. And so
Hmm.
when you think about my transition or transformation going from completely unfit, overweight, lethargic, no energy, fatigued, I had to start thinking to myself, this ain't going to be hard. One
Mm-hmm.
day at a time, I'm going to do the things and let snowball. And that became a whole reframe.
But you can do, and people don't realize we can all do hard things. And like you said, we can tell what we tell ourselves, right?
Yeah.
If we tell ourselves we can do hard things or it's not hard, I can do this, guess what? You're going to do it.
words. Speak into your life and it will shift the way you identify yourself. The one person that you have conversations with the most is yourself.
So, yeah, absolutely. And your body behaves differently when you tell the story. You become more supportive, your body will fall in line.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
instead of saying, oh my goodness, this is going to be hard, the body's going to say, oh yeah, this is hard. I can't do this.
It's easy. When you're working out, you got one
Yeah.
more step, one more
Yep.
step, one more step.
One more lift.
Yeah, one more lift. I got it in me. And that's where the progress is made, right?
That is true. I'm taking a training session now. When you push hard, it's not in the first set where it's easy, right? You're fresh. It's like in the third and fourth reps, and it's hard. You push through
But
it.
it's not hard because you do it.
You do it.
I got this.
Right.
That's identity.
If I listen to the negative talk, guess what?
You can't do it.
I'm not going to do it.
That right there, that habit alone, if you can stick that habit, life changing forever.
Okay.
The third habit really is, are you living in the vision or you're stuck in the future?
Ooh.
So you got to think about what you want. And you can't say, oh, this is just life. This is just genetic. Because the vision matters, but also it matters in a sense where you got to think positively and keep doing the things you're doing now because your body is going to react to that vision. If you can visualize it, then you start working toward it and you realize, oh, that wasn't actually bad at all.
Yeah.
So it's very important to think it, but you're in the future. Hope
And
that makes sense.
And this is why we journal too, right? Because you could write down these thoughts that you're having, positive thoughts, and read it to yourself. Because people I remember at one point, I put signs up around on the mirror, everywhere I can see it in my house of positive language. And I read it to myself and it changed the way you think. And even if you journal about it, think positively. Don't complain in the journal, but you think positively. This is what I want to do. These are the goals I want to accomplish.
Yeah. The power behind that whole vision board of pictures is that that's your vision.
Yeah.
You bring it back into now.
Yeah.
And you start doing the actionable things that you can do now, you have control over. Whatever you do today, guess what? That's the restored vision around health and energy. You start to build this momentum. And when you get the momentum, you get to that vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
These are habits that will take some time to build. When you build them, they're long lasting, life changing, and probably just lasting for the entire life because it really changes your identity, like from number one.
It becomes you.
Yeah. And number four is it comes down to the fact is, I try to break it up into five. You have the power to choose who you want to be. Every day is a choice.
That's right.
So you can be reactive to your day or you be intentional about your day.
That's right. So you choosing tasks. Before you choose tasks, you remove that decision fatigue. You choose the positive. I want to get my workout in and I want to drink my 24 ounces of water before I head out that door, right?
Well, even before that, why are you doing that? Who does that? Unhealthy people?
Healthy people.
Healthy people. So you're identifying that to do the things you got to do in order to be intentional, not reactive.
If somebody thinks, I want to be healthy and emulate healthy people, but I don't know any healthy people around me, right? Do I just think, oh my goodness, this is what I'm going to do because reading different articles and it says people supposed to drink, I don't know, whatever amount of water by a certain time of the day, right? So you're thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to drink water. It's my first step. And then I'm going to go for a walk.
Wonderful. Well,
right?
Is drinking water bad?
No.
Do people drink water?
No,
Right.
they drink junk.
So people inherently know that water is good. Same thing with the vegetables. I've never seen a study. I never heard about vegetables not being good for you.
Right.
What do healthy people do?
They eat vegetables.
They eat vegetables. You just already inherently know. Now, there's some confusion out there around certain things. You know that water, vegetables, fruits are good. Moving your body is good. Positive thoughts are good.
Right.
Because anything positive is better than negative. Am I right?
So people who can't even think beyond that need someone to emulate, right? Or to become that person, right?
Just begin. Don't overthink it. Just begin.
It's
because
simple.
as you start getting down the road, you'll start to feel better and you'll start to identify that person and you'll start to identify other people. We have sense, right? You may not like us, may not like our maybe the way we eat, but you know that for being 50, we look pretty good.
Yeah.
It's all about deciding who I was before I started acting like that person.
Okay.
Okay. So again, life changing stuff. things that stick, not just little hacks that people talk about. The energy that you bring into your home is all your power. As the parent, the father, as a mother, your whole family is going to be regulated off your state. So if I'm tired and fatigued coming through the door at 4 p.m., what's going to happen to the kids?
They're going to emulate that.
Look for attention, make act kind of crazy because you're zonked out on the couch.
They might be tired or zone out on social media because that's what you're doing. They're doing it too.
They emulate you.
Yeah.
And so when I turned it all around, my energy became more vibrant. The kids really developed this quiet sense of confidence on their own.
Yes, I have to agree. If you come in tired, I feel it, and the kids will react to it. They will do things for attention when they were younger because you were tired, right? But I was focused on making sure that they're happy, but also worried about you at the same time. It became heavier. So when your spouse is tired or not energized, it puts a stress on the whole family.
Yep. To get it back is what I just laid out, those
Yeah.
5 habits right there.
Yeah,
They're life changing. The benefits are rampant. They
absolutely.
really are, because I became clear.
The mental clarity was there.
I mean, when I had my identity back as who I wanted to be, all my actions start fighting each other. So I wanted to be this healthy person. Why I had to become that person in my mind to do it, because otherwise I'm eating Edelman Danishes all the time. And that's not jiving with what I wanted to be as a father figure living with power, presence, and purpose with the kids. It also impacted my decision making, right? Because really, what do I want? But really, who guides who or what you want?
That's pretty powerful.
Yes.
Your who guides what you want,
Yes.
not the other way around.
That's why when you see different things out there, we're observant. Like, holy smokes, that's not who I want to be. That's not how we want to emulate stuff.
That's right.
Yeah. And then confidence, it really just kind of deepened when my presence became natural and my leadership became a lot more effortless.
That's true. Life opens up because those internal noise finally went down. They died down inside of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because of you, I felt
Yes. And that you felt it, kids feel it, they're going to change that way as well. When you think about habits that are going to be life changing, these are the things that are going to completely energize you and get you back to health.
yeah, which is the reason why we're here.
It just works.
It works. You have that clear mind, you have that
Yeah.
steady energy. It just feels good.
Be that person first. Be the who. You'll get the what. Show up intentionally every single day, and you'll find a way.
He's a poet, everybody.
So those are 5 habits right there.
So,
Definitely.
anything else?
No.
Until next time.
All right. Take care.